Hello everybody, welcome back to Access. My name is Nathan and I'm here with Rob.
Hello.
Rob, I've been to play Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin.
Lucky you.
I know, on PlayStation 4, not on I haven't just gone and played it on PS3, that would have been crazy. So I've got for you a list of 5 reasons you personally must play it again.
Again?
Yeah, and I've started with...
After I heroically got a few
battered.
hours in the first time.
So I've started with the fact that it looks better, which is a given, and I've broken that down into 2 different ways. So the first thing is it is now 60 frames per second, Rob, which is sometimes hard to show you on YouTube. Actually, no, that's the second thing. The first thing is that it's at 1080p. And here is something that Dave made. Look, he's made a little way of... So that's
our original PS3 capture of the game, the small one.
Yeah. So that's the actual size difference. So that's the native size of the screen. Side by side, this is what it looks like. PS3 on the right.
Look how crisp and
it's
vibrant it looks on PS4.
It's a really, really big, genuine difference. They showed it to me in the office. They had them running on the same size TV next to each other in Namco, and you just kind of went, blimey, that's a really big difference. I kind of wanted to show you some kind of action-y gameplay.
Is this you fighting here?
Yeah, I didn't do a great job. I was super rusty at the beginning. So this is you fighting now at 1080 anyway, and you kind of get a sense... Lovely thing about Dark Souls is that you always see the world around you.
God, that guy there. I hate him.
I really hate him.
The positioning of him is so infuriating.
Well, I think it's designed that way.
I know.
What I wanted to show you with this wasn't really the action anyway. It was because I like the environments that you can see in the background. I thought they looked very nice in 1080p. All of the Ps.
All of the Ps.
And what you can guess what's coming up next, Rob, because I've already told you. What's
60 frames per second?
That's going to be the one we're going to mention in a second. This is the fiery bit of the underneath of this castle, which is also in the forest.
Very precise.
I've saved Dark Souls 2. I've not played it. I played Dark Souls instead of Dark Souls 2, and then when they said it's coming out, I thought, I'm not going to play it on PS3. So this was as new to me as anyone. But look,
don't
look
jump down there. I hope you didn't. There's a horrible salamander down there.
We'll see later what happens. Yeah, and this is again a kind of one of them crowd scenes. I think it's okay to say that Dark Souls is one of them games. It's really ambitious, and sometimes it chugs along a little bit. And this is one of the things that you'll see in the Scholar of the First Sin, is that all of that kind of, sometimes anyone who's been into Blighttown anytime recently is going to know exactly what I'm talking about. The thing slows right down. So this is 60 frames per second now, Rob. We're on reason number 2. Guess what I've decided to show you to illustrate 60 frames per second?
You fighting loads of men
exactly
at the same time.
And guess what? What do you think happens?
I reckon it's really smooth and you kill them all.
It is really smooth.
And you die.
Well, look at this.
You have.
That was not a deliberate tactic, but it worked out quite well.
Well done. Nice.
Yeah.
Now you can just bottleneck them onto this ladder and they'll just... Oh, he jumped. But quite often when people talk about games being in 60 frames per second, you're like, that's nice. But for something like Dark Souls, I guess it does make a hell of a lot of a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, like I said, just not even that it's from, if it had been locked, just steady. The steadiness is what really made a difference, like I say, because it has historically, people have been very forgiving of it because it's really good and ambitious in other ways. So I went back up top, and they were all waiting for me.
Don't die.
They were mad. As I say, I'm still getting my bearings in this section. Look at the timing of the life gem was fine. There's a man up top. He no longer shoots arrows. He throws firebombs at you now.
Oh, that's new. Yeah, I remember that arrow guy.
We're going to talk about him in just a moment.
Firebombs are worse than arrows, if anything.
Look how many people there are, Rob.
Anything, Nath. You're just running away.
You get into one of them situations where, look, and more men are just getting up and joining in. More, where did he come from? Suddenly, I'm just in a lot of trouble. Mercifully, they end me quite quickly. In the end, they just give me a really good savaging. Yeah. Once they get started,
there you go.
I'm staggered. I'm just, and that happened to me quite a lot. And I wanted to show there's a few other examples of me dying amongst crowds of men. Maybe this is how I'm actually going to go. In real, just my terrible.
That was an awful fireball.
Yeah, but I was locked on though, so it wasn't really my fault. And then I accidentally backed into a room full of men with it's that room where they fire those giant flipping catapults.
We did that room, didn't we? And it was incredibly shocking and scary the first time. But I remember I heroically dodged all the bolts.
Yeah, I went into that room backwards and didn't dodge any of them. Now this is number 3, Rob. Point 3. Well, this is new enemy placement. So this is one of the things they've done to keep the game fresh.
I don't remember
for
that
people
being there before.
No, I think it's a troll. I'm not really sure. So I thought I would,
People are going furious in the comments right now, telling you what it actually is.
Of course they are, yeah. Also, this is the very first thing I did. I turned left and started attacking this thing. I was like testing out what button did stuff, and he just ate me,
eating you,
and then threw me onto the ground, like as if to say, "You idiot." Also up here, there was a knight underneath this tree. Now there are loads of men. Loads of men.
I like the knight. He has the guy with the really cool stance.
He's
gone.
Yeah, he is gone. But just cause, unless someone had killed him already. And then normally I'd run away up here.
Yeah.
Now there's a dude kicking my head.
Wow, that's cool.
My plan B was nothing. I didn't have a plan B.
So do you think they've had a look at how people play the game and they've seen these like little escapey routes? And then, let's stick a guy up there. Now you're dead.
I just think it gives you.
Off a cliff.
I mean, the game is built around everybody expects tricks and stuff to be lurking around corners in Dark Souls, and once you get used to it, those things kind of the danger of the game is gone a little bit. We're on to point number 4, which is the reason you need to play it again, Rob, is because it's still really hard. So even though I've completed Dark Souls and I'm brilliant, I still I'm not so brilliant there.
How many times are you going to do that?
The 3-hit thing. It's because I was rusty, but I died a lot anyway. So here's a bunch of me getting...
of you dying. I mean, this isn't even a particularly hard area, is it? It's right at the...
It is right at the beginning.
Right at the beginning of Dark Souls 2.
But I want people who've been away from Dark Souls to remember, because I played it for about an hour yesterday before I was like, I just kind of shook myself and went, what am I doing? I was trying to play it like a normal game. I've been playing a bit of Dying Light, a bit of Shadows of Mordor. I needed to play it like Dark Souls. I wasn't giving it the respect it deserved, and this is what happened to me. Although I was actually holding block in this instance. Look, I'm blocking there, and he's killed me anyway because my block wasn't good enough, I guess. So yeah, tons of dying. You will repeatedly just. That's me.
You did for about a month.
Parry.
You spoke about nothing other than Dark Souls.
Those times are coming back.
You absolutely rinsed that game, and you finished it.
Yeah, I know.
And look how it's affected you being away from Dark. Oh, for goodness! Why?
I'm really sorry. I'm sorry, everybody.
Did you capture any gameplay of you doing really well?
Well, yeah. Look, check. I had a massive fight with this guy. Those shield guys are really bad. Look how close that was. There's archers all over it, and I was so angry with this. I was swearing. I was like, C bombs coming out. I was like, come on! And I mashed him up, and I was going to jump over the other side and get the other guy, and I just fell down instead and died. Yeah, exactly. But Rob, no, wait. This is
what's this?
This is my favourite. This is like me. I was like, this is when I was back on it. I was like, I'm gonna backstab this guy.
So you're gonna hit him in the shell.
I've never played Dark Souls 2 before. Didn't know that happened. So then I just ran away.
That's probably the best idea.
But if you knuckle down and you give the game the respect that it deserves, what happens?
You don't die.
Yeah, you start winning, and this is the last reason. This is why people need to come back. Not just because there's a new character, Scholar of the First Sin. All the DLC is included.
I love the back attacks.
The visuals are better, but there is basically nothing as good in Dark Souls as just getting on top of the game. Even though the game is really mean and in lots of ways quite unfair, once you start turning it on and you're smashing people up. Yeah, this looks bad. It looks bad.
You should have just got in there quickly for the second hit.
Well, it's easy to say that now, isn't it?
See, he's open there.
Bosh.
Nice.
So this is just a little compilation at the end to finish with of me. I even went back and did the troll.
Oh, look.
He doesn't like it now. He doesn't like it.
He's nearly dead, isn't he?
Yeah, you see. It took me ages.
Well, you nearly got hit by that falling over attack then.
Also made me realise how much playing as a pyromancer in Dark Souls.
That wasn't someone at Namco doing that bit for you.
I'm very sure. And look, I knew what was happening here as well, even though I've never played. I was like, but this is the most Dark Souls thing that happened, because this is my little moment. I'm like just checking it all out. What's going on?
Nothing.
This is so much like. This is Dark Souls condensed into a tiny... I picked up an effigy so I could unhollow myself, and I was like, immediately, I was so excited. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get all my life back. I'm human again.
Hooray.
Humanity restored. And then I thought,
fine.
Wait, I'm just going to see if there was an item on the body of the thing that killed. And then you can just see me pressing buttons as I fall down the well. Like, no. So there, Rob. 5 reasons that you simply must play Dark Souls 2, Scroll of the First Sin on PS4.
I want to, but I'm so bad at
what?
being alive in Dark Souls.
I know.
And it just crushes me every time. But it does look great, and I'm definitely going to give it another go.
Thanks for watching this video. Do give us a like if you enjoyed it, and tell us in the comments below why you are thinking about playing Dark Souls 2 again on PlayStation 4, and please subscribe to the channel for all the latest on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita.